Hi friends! My name is Erin Linderoth. I go to Northern Michigan University and I go to the Campus Ministry Center there, and Sister Jacqueline invited me to do a 3-day silent Zoom retreat this weekend, or last week, before this weekend, and I don't know about you, but right now I've been really searching for some sense of hope and peace in all the chaos of the world right now, and my daily prayer just was not supplying that to my own fault, and so I needed something to renew it. And so when she kept messaging me, I was like, that doesn't seem like it's for me, and so I kept ignoring it, and finally after like the 5th Facebook pop-up of it, I was like, fine, I'll do it. And I signed up on a whim one morning, right before it started, and honestly, this was more renewing than any retreat I've ever been on, and I think that's fair to say just because I really put God in a very small box, and I tell him when I go on retreats. Now, I've been on like 10 retreats in 3 years. I'm a big retreat advocate, keep that in mind. But I put him in this little box, and I tell him, God, I'm going to travel to this retreat center, and there, when I get there, you can change my heart. And then I'll come home, and I'll just, go back to normal, but I'll try to use what you give me, and I often don't. And I know the graces continue afterwards, of course, but on my own part, I really don't change. And to be home for this, to have to change my prayer life significantly at home, it made me realize, oh, I can be doing that like every day. That's not a retreat thing. And not only that, but I just kind of made it very clear with him when I went on retreats, God, you can change my heart while I'm here, but when I go home and I have daily prayer, you can't touch that. And God very gently this weekend made me very aware of the fact that no, that's not how it works, Erin. You go to the depths of your heart every single day with me. You bring me with. And that is where I'm changing your heart. That is where I'm converting your heart. And it doesn't need to be some retreat center. It's so beautiful that I got to be home. And I mean, my family graciously let me kind of stow away in the basement for 3 days to be alone, but for the silence. But not everybody can just hide in their basement for 3 days, so no matter whether you can only take an hour or two a day to pray in silence, it doesn't really matter. It's all just if you're willing. And so if you are willing to give the Lord that time to work in your heart, I really recommend this retreat. I personally neglect the Holy Spirit, that person of the Trinity, when it comes to my prayer life. And so to learn so much more about how the Holy Spirit is working in me, even when I'm not totally present and asking for the Holy Spirit to help me, was really, really beautiful. So it's just a 3-day silent retreat. Starts Friday night, goes through Monday night, and you get to spend time with Sister Jacqueline of the Franciscan Sisters of Christian Charity, whom I love very much, and then her Sister Julianne, and then Father Dustin Larson from Houghton. They all are spiritual directors, and it's open to men and women of all ages, and anyone willing and open to the Lord can really get a lot out of this retreat. So if that sounds like something that you are open to and would like to try out, I highly recommend it, and I really hope you do it. So thank you so much, guys, and I hope you have a very good night.